Club Brugge, Karabag, Olympiacos, and Inter of Milan. All of these four clubs are eliminated from UEFA Champions League. Hello guys, Pedro here. This is Sport Degens, and tonight we're gonna talk about Champions League, the results that happened today and the predictions for tomorrow. You got the important games tomorrow. But a little resume because this night we got some amazing results for the Spanish clubs and a quite not bit amazing for the Italian clubs. So let's sit down and talk about it. But before that, don't forget to subscribe and let your like here. It's a big project and we got many things to talk. Okay, let's go. And just to remember another thing, tonight we're gonna talk about Champions League, but you can't forget the another leagues around the world. So we got the English League, the England League, we got the Spain League, we got the Italy League, that many clubs are fighting for the title and fighting to, struggle to stay on in the first positions or not be relegated. Okay, so don't forget because this weekend we got amazing games in Premier League, in La Liga, in French League, and Italy League too. Okay, so now let's go to Champions League. Our first stop is Spain, Atlético de Madrid 4, Club Brugge 1. Do you remember the first game? We got a draw. Atlético de Madrid 3 and Club Brugge 3. It was an enormous game because we didn't expect that Club Brugge you're gonna play like that. But in Spain, the history is another history because right now Atlético de Madrid just won 4 against Club Brugge 4-1. And we got to talk about one player. One player, to be honest with you, I don't like him too much. Of course, not the person, but the way he plays because I think he Atletico de Madrid is a little bigger for him, but he just shut my mouth. Alexander Sørloth. This guy here just made a hat trick on the Champions League, man. And there are not much players. There are not so much players that are capable to do that. But he scored a hat trick against Club Brugge, and it's just to bury them. And to be honest, I don't know how many Champions League GM Diego Simeone plays, but this is another one. And I think now Atletico is a little bit confident for the next stage, and I think I don't know, we don't know still the next match that is gonna happen. I don't know who Atletico is gonna play against, but Atletico de Madrid is a team that they are very strong. They got a big defense and they got the sauce to play on Champions League. And it's a bye-bye to Club Brugge that they play a quite courageous. I think they're technically a small club and they always won the Champions League. So unfortunately they always got these results, but it was a proud. They got to stay proud about the performance on the Champions League. Okay, now we got a results that it's not a quite surprise because we got Newcastle and Karabag. The first game you remember, 6-1 to Newcastle, and right now 3-2 again to Newcastle too. And when you play that game, that you're not nervous because you're sure that you don't get any risks. So this just happened. Tonali and Joelton scores for Newcastle. And it's a game to Newcastle got this confidence back because they're not making the best performance on Premier League. So yeah, they did fine on Champions League. So Newcastle they got to the next stage and Karabag is a goodbye. But like I said before, even to the Club Brugge, Karabag needs to be proud about the performance on Champions League. They fight quite hard. And bye bye. Let's go Newcastle. One game, is the quite boring game. 0-0 draw. Bayer Leverkusen 0 and Olympiacos 0. The first game, the first half of these matches, Bayer Leverkusen won for against Olympiacos in 2-0 match, and it was just like I say, it's a boring game. Just control of Bayer Leverkusen against Olympiacos is the it's because Bayer Leverkusen after Xabi Alonso they are little on the slack line, you know. They got some, you know, you can fell to the left, you can fell to the right, but they are on the in the middle. So let's see what Bayer Leverkusen are capable to do in the next stage. And the Olympiacos is a sadly bye bye, because to be honest, I like Olympiacos because they got, you know, some random players on their story. They got James Rodriguez, they got Marcelo, and you know it's a it's a quite interesting. But unfortunately, they are leaving Champions League and coming back to Greece. And right now we got the results that it's been proven right now they are not unexpected. Let me explain to you. Bodø Glimt 2, Inter of Milan 1. In that you might be thinking, oh, but it wasn't on San Siro. No, guys. These results happened on San Siro, in the house of Inter of Milan. And you know, this for me is a quite shock because I was thinking that Inter of Milan is gonna be a no play the match of their life, but they didn't did that, man. You know, they just accept the results. And Bodø Glimt is a it was looking that I was watching the game of, I don't know, Spain of 2010 against the under 21s. You know, I don't know what happened, but that's it. That's it. Inter Milan are out of the Champions League. You know, one of the big traditional clubs in the world are out. They are out. And for a club that, like I said before, man, like I said in the last video, Bodø Glimt is just, you know, catching all these big clubs and smash them. They are just doing that. They do it. They did that again, Manchester City before. They got Inter Milan right now. And what can I expect? I don't know. I don't know what I expect of Bodø Glimt because, like I said, I don't know who are gonna be the adversary on the in the next phase. But imagine this game, man. I don't know. Bodø Glimt again, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, and Bodø Glimt just win. I don't know. This you're thinking, man, this can happen, and I'm truly hopeful that that's happened because it's a be a hero story of Bodø Glimt. Imagine that. But one thing that I'm sure that's gonna happen, okay? So you can write that. Many players of Bodø Glimt are gonna be sold for other teams because this always happened. It happened with the Leicester City on the 2016. It happens on Brighton in the 2024. It happens on Bayer Leverkusen. So this is gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. So this is the results of today. But tomorrow we got quite big games, man, and big games with big stories. Let's start with Atalanta against Borussia Dortmund. In the first game, Borussia just won for 2-0 against Atalanta, and you know Atalanta needs a big comeback, but I think they are capable of this. Okay, even the matches against the one of the biggest club of Germany, I think they are capable of that. So let's wait. I think it's gonna be a draw, a 2-2 draw. The next game, Juventus against Galatasaray. Man, I told you guys, I think was 3 videos ago, that you can't forget Galatasaray. And Juventus is the proof of that. Because Galatasaray just won 5-2 against Juventus. And you know, it's just like a 3-0. And Juventus needs the comeback. But let's be honest, they don't need a comeback. They need a miracle because Galatasaray is gonna play the most important game of their history tomorrow. So what you can expect? You can expect, man, 11 players on the goal line. That's gonna happen. or the another scenario, you can expect another win from Galatasaray. I think that Juventus are capable of the comeback. I guess so, but I'm not hopeful of that. It's a big step for Juventus, and let's see. Then we got the French Classic, PSG against Monaco. In the first game, PSG made an incredible comeback, 3-2 against Monaco on their house. Now they're gonna play on the Parc des Princes, and I think it's gonna be a quite easy game to PSG. I think it's gonna be a 2-0, 3-1 like that, and Monaco are struggling to survive. And this is the game I think is more predictable. Okay, PSG 3, Monaco 1. I guess. I think it's a good guess. The next last match, we got Real Madrid against Benfica on Santiago Bernabéu. Do you remember all the last week's story of Vinicius Juniors and the player of Benfica? We got many manifestations of players, of another clubs, of influencers. We got many things like that. And I think this game is gonna be goal and blood, to be honest. I think Real Madrid is gonna play the game of their lives, and Benfica too. But you know the history of the villain and the hero and the villain. I think to the audience right now, Real Madrid and Vinicius Junior are the hero and Benfica are the villain. Especially that player that you know what I'm talking about. So to predict this game, I think it's gonna be 5-1 to Real Madrid. Why I'm saying that is because Real Madrid are going to play the best game of their lives. But the results are not to Real Madrid. They are to Vinicius Junior. They are to Mbappé, to Tchouaméni. And that's why I think it's gonna be a not easy game to Real Madrid, but an important game. They are gonna smash Benfica. So let's wait and see. So tonight we got the first 4 teams confirmed on the round of 16. We got Atlético Madrid, Newcastle United, Bayer Leverkusen, and the hero of Champions League, Bodø Glimt. The surprise of this day, the Inter elimination for Bodø Glimt. So now I am a Bodø Glimt supporter because I want to see how this team is gonna play against they beat a giant team. So what they're gonna do now, what they are capable of now. So let's see. But tomorrow more giants could fall. Let's see, guys. I told my prediction to you. I'm hopefully that I'm right about that. So you don't forget to subscribe, leave your like and comment here right now. Let me see what you think is gonna happen tomorrow and what you think of these results of today. Okay? Thank you. Bye bye.